James Bell of the Boxing Source here with another video, and this video here is to talk about the news of Gervonta Tank Davis making the move up to the lightweight division. He was the super featherweight champion, the WBA super champion at super featherweight. Did have his recent fight over in Baltimore with his defense that he had there. And, there were talks that he would have possibly had a unification fight at the super featherweight division with Tevin Farmer, but his group and Tevin Farmer's group weren't able to come to an agreement as to if that fight could take place, if they could get a contract done for that. So now Gervonta Davis is going ahead with the move up to the lightweight division. And, the plan is that he could eventually challenge for the lightweight title there, which is currently held by Vasyl Lomachenko, who, recently won against Luke Campbell to collect the WBC lightweight championship along with his WBA and WBO championships that he has. But Tank Davis coming up to the lightweight division, with him being the super champion at super featherweight, that makes him the number one contender for that WBA title there at lightweight. But also, it increases the possibility that Tank Davis's next fight will be up against Yuriorkis Gamboa. Gamboa, was able to be part of that undercard that was in Baltimore, headlined by uh, Tank Davis. So that kind of opened things up for the possibility that those guys would face each other later on down the line. And now with this official announcement of sorts that Tank Davis has moved up to the lightweight division, that kind of sets up this fight between Davis and Gamboa for that number one contender spot in the WBA rankings at lightweight, and then could possibly open the door for a title fight against Vasyl Lomachenko. Um, that's one of the things that boxing fans has been talking about was if Tank Davis would potentially fight Vasyl Lomachenko. It was talked about last year, but Floyd Mayweather was saying kind of like holding off on that fight potentially taking place. But here with this move from the super featherweight division to the lightweight division, that kind of will bring up more talks about that potential fight taking place, which would basically be one of the biggest fights that could be made there in the lightweight division. And now the super featherweight division opens up there a little bit with Tank Davis moving out of that super featherweight division over to the lightweight division. But now we kind of try to see what is out there for Tank Davis. Not just with the potential fight with Vasyl Lomachenko, but as was predicted in an earlier video that I made in reference to Tank Davis and Tevin Farmer not being able to get a fight made. I was saying that Tank Davis would eventually face Yuriorkis Gamboa, but there's also Rancis Barthélemy out there. Robert Easter Jr. is another potential fight there in the lightweight division for Tank Davis. But also with the very talented Devin Haney that's also out there, and you have Teofimo Lopez, but we know about Teofimo Lopez and Vasyl Lomachenko. being over with Top Rank with Tank Davis being headed by Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby and Al Heyman. That's going to make the potential fight between Davis and Lomachenko pretty much far fetched. And also with Teofimo Lopez, which is a up and coming guy there at lightweight who is fighting Richard Comey later this year for the IBF lightweight championship. If he's able to get that championship, then a potential fight between Lopez and Tank Davis might be a little bit out of the cards there as well. But at least it opens up the lightweight division a little bit more, makes it deeper there at lightweight with Tank Davis being able to move up into that division and then try to see if he could become a multi-division champion there. We know that he did have a version of the super featherweight championship before losing it due to not making weight, and then being able to gain this WBA super featherweight championship and defended it a few times before, now moving up to the lightweight division. So he's looking to see if he'll become a two-division champion here in his young career. 22 fights, 22 wins, 21 knockouts. And trying to be the next guy to be the next big star in the sport of boxing. With him being just 24 years old, he should have a good long time where he could build up his career and try to be that next superstar there in the lower weight division. So now we got to see with this move to the lightweight division if he's going to be able to get those big fights that are pretty much abundant there currently in the lightweight division. So that's what I have there in reference to Gervonta Tank Davis making that move from the super featherweight division to the lightweight division. We'll be looking forward to seeing what will be next for Tank Davis there at lightweight. For any more news and commentary, be sure to subscribe to the Boxing Source here on YouTube, and you could also catch the Boxing Source radio show on Blog Talk Radio Live, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday night. So you can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, or whatever your favorite podcast app is. That's all I got for now. Until next time, folks. Peace.